Hi Virgos, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana Antoinette. If you follow me on Instagram, you know about the poll that I put out on my stories to bring back tarot to my YouTube channel on a monthly basis. So here we are. We're going to get into some things. This is a reading that will resonate for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So if you have Virgo in any of those placements, this is you. This is for you. With that said, let's jump into it. Virgos. So the beginning of May, we are starting with the Challenge Your Perception card. I've been talking about how beautiful these cards are. I love this deck. I'm very impressed with this deck. They're so pretty. I have no affiliations to this deck. I just really like how pretty they are, and we have new cards, so we're talking about them. I guess I will link it down below if you want to purchase this deck, if you read cards or whatever. All right, so in the middle of the month, we have the Seek the Lesson card and Let Go of the Old. I just cannot get over how nice these cards are. By the end of the month, we have the Be Vigilant card. So let's start with the Challenge Your Perception. Virgos, this card, when this card comes out, and not even when this card comes out, because the cards can have different meaning for me as an intuitive reader in different scenarios, and I have different feelings for like the same card coming out in different like readings. But when this card came out, I feel as though in the beginning of May, you're having to see something from a perspective outside of your own. And this is the thing with Virgo energy, because I know a lot of Virgos and I've experienced this energy a lot with you guys. Virgos can be people often say Virgos are perfectionists, but I don't really think that the Virgo energy is a perfectionist energy. I feel like you guys have a challenge of allowing people to do things in their own way. I often feel like you guys are very detailed, and because you're very detailed, you like things to be done a set way. You like situations to be handled in a certain way. You like physical things to be handled in a certain way. And because you see that it works for you so much, you're almost like, why wouldn't other people just do it this way? It's like, obviously this makes the most sense, like, you know? But in this energy, you can often become very critical of other people because they're not doing something according to your liking, how you would do it. So that's a challenging part of Virgo energy. And I definitely will give it to you, Virgos. If you want something to be done and done well, ask a Virgo to do it. But in life, you have to allow people to do things their way, because that's how people learn. People aren't going to learn because you said do it this specific way. They're going to learn according to how they need to have things play out to learn for themselves. So there's something in the beginning of the month that I feel like you're being asked to change your perception. And we're going to get into what that is exactly. And there's another we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords also like indicates to me there's some kind of new perspective that you need to have, or you're being invited to have in the beginning of May on a particular thing. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles. What is this Two of Pentacles? Okay. Two of Pentacles clarified by the Empress and the Seven of Cups. So it looks like there's some kind of decision here that you need to make. And this may be in regards to work for some of you, or something that you're working on, or something that you're trying to create or manifest, something that you're trying to birth. Others of you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, but I almost feel like there's some kind of like thing that you're trying to, it's almost like you're like confused about something. You're not seeing something clearly in the beginning of the month. And I almost feel like you need to get out of this energy of like confusion and seeing something from like an illusion, or like just like a clouded perspective, and see something for what it is. Maybe this just means that you're dealing with another person and you need to look at things from their perspective, instead of 100% just you and what you think is right and how you think things should be done. Challenge your perception here. And the Ace of Swords for me just means that there's some important perspective that you're missing. And I hope watching this reading helps you to like navigate that and see what you're missing, or what you could possibly look at differently. But I feel like some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Or some of you, this could be related to your role as a mother. Maybe there are certain things that you need to look at from your family members' perspective, your kids' perspective. There's some kind of second party or other party that you're dealing with that you need to look at it from their perspective as well. Below, let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Clarify this, please. Everyone wants to make noise when I'm filming. So the Nine of Pentacles and if that doesn't stop, maybe I'll like have to pause the reading and like restart later on, because that's a lot that's going on. Okay, let's pause. Perfect. We're back. Sound is gone. So there's something here that I feel like if you're not already seeing this from a new perspective in May, I feel like you're going to be, because this is you. And this is you like working on your own stuff and you being in your own world. And I almost feel like you are finally realizing that like, okay, maybe this person has a point, maybe this person, like it's basically sweeping up your side of the street. And I feel like that's the energy that you are coming into or embracing a little bit more in the beginning of May. And this is not to say that I'm not talking about a right or wrong here. I'm just talking about perspectives and the acknowledgement that your truth is not the only truth. There can be multiple truths in a situation. You can have a side, somebody else can have a side. That side may be true for them and this side may be true for you. But it's in the acknowledgement of perspectives that we develop self-awareness. And I feel like that's what you're learning here in the beginning of May in regards to someone else. So I want to clarify what this Three of Wands is, because I feel like you're like waiting for something here, or clarify this Three of Wands. Are you waiting for somebody to apologize or make something right with you? But I feel like you're like, it's almost like you're waiting because you feel like you deserve something. Like, I deserve it. Let's just say you feel like you deserve an apology and you're not getting this apology. And you almost are like, oh, I understand now why this person is not apologizing to me, because I'm seeing it from their perspective and I can see why they would react that way or behave that way. So it's like some kind of situation like that. Apply it as you see fit, but you're coming out of just a one-dimensional view of something in the beginning of May. Tell me in the comments how this will play out for you, because it will play out in different ways for a lot of you individually. The second row here, which is how I know that you're dealing with a person or another entity, is another entity. Why did I say another entity? I just meant like it's a person outside of you, a being outside of yourself. So we're going into the middle of May, and we have the seek the lesson card and let it go. So you're having to figure out now, like, why did I go through whatever I just went through with this person? What is my part? Like, where did I go wrong? What can I change about myself? Like, and also, where do I need to draw the line to figure out what was mine and what was theirs? Because obviously it takes two to tango. And for conflict with another person, I believe that both parties contributed to something happening. So it's the evaluation of that. Like, okay, what might I have said that was like a little bizarre or could be a little offensive, or yeah, you're just like seeking a lesson in a situation to be able to bring yourself in a more empowered state to know how to learn from that and be better in your relationships or dealing with other people in the future. I feel like you're also being invited here to let it go. Simply just let it go. Whatever this is, if it's a beef, if it's a conflict, if it's a like grudge, whatever you've had with this person, I feel like you're being invited in the middle of May here to just let bygones be bygones. Clarify the Nine of Swords. All right, so the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups. You may be seeing 999s, and this is another thing for me again. Like, nines are the numbers of completion. In numerology, it is 1 to 9. 9 is the last. When you get to a cycle 9, you come back to cycle 1. So you're wrapping up whatever this lesson is with this person. It feels kind of like an entanglement, because it feels like, and this does not mean that it has to do with like an intimate partner or something. You could be dealing with an intimate partner, but it doesn't have to be. But it feels like you and this person's energy is kind of like entangled and meshed. You don't know where your issues be. Like, you don't know what's your part, they don't know what's their part. It's like almost like it's cloudy now. It's almost like you guys enmeshed so much that you don't know whose fault it is anymore. And I feel like you're coming out of that energy of maybe like blaming yourself. Maybe you even took on some responsibilities that weren't even yours, but because you guys got enmeshed so much, you didn't know what was yours or what was theirs. So I feel like you're coming out of that energy in the middle of May, in the middle of the month, to a more emotionally satisfied place, an emotionally fulfilled place where it's just you. Like, you're cutting off, you're realizing that in order to get out of this energy with this person, in order to get out of this anxiety and this like replaying things in your mind and having like anxious thoughts about a situation that you are dealing with, you need to cut the ties. And I've spoken about this on Twitter, like cutting ties in every single way with a person, because when we leave physically, we often forget the spiritual entanglements that we have. So whether that is you replaying old thoughts, or you thinking about how what you should have said and what they should have done and whatever, or you holding on to old things that you shared with this person, you guys' energies are still enmeshed. So you're coming out of that place of enmeshment in the middle of May. This, everybody just wants to make noise today. The planes, the trucks, every goddamn person. All right, so yeah, you're coming out of this in your head energy, because you've been in your head about something with a person for some time now, I feel like. Clarify this Eight of Swords. What is the Eight of Swords? Can you give me more information on this? Why are my cards upside down? Okay. Page of Swords. Maybe you've been like, yeah, I feel like you've probably even been like spying on this person or investigating. Maybe you've been trying to like learn about, like, maybe you've been aware, like, okay, maybe I'm at fault, and you're like, it's not like you're not able to like let whatever is happening go. Like, let it go, Virgo, with this person. Let it go. Get them out of your energy. Like, you have to come out of that. I feel like you are, though. you are working through this in the middle of the month. By the end of the month here, we have the Be Vigilant card. And the Be Vigilant card often talks about being aware of your surroundings. And it could mean being aware of how others are around you. But what I love about this card is that it also indicates that you need to be vigilant of yourself, your own thoughts, your own projections, your own contribution to things. It also talks about being vigilant of taking care of whatever you need to take care of. So if there's some work stuff that you need to take care of by the end of May, make sure that you're doing this so that all of your efforts don't go in vain, because you could like lose, you don't want to lose everything that you've worked on because you're like preoccupied with some other shit and you're distracted, so you're not paying attention to things that you have been cultivated that needs nurturing, you know? Like that's the energy I feel like we're ending May with. We have the Three of Wands again. So you're waiting for your ships to come in with something here. Clarify the Three of Wands. Wow, so much Swords energy here. The Nine of Swords again. And below that, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Four of Pentacles. So it's almost like whatever you've been working on has been stagnant, because guess what? Your energy has been largely tied up in this enmeshment that you've created with this person. It's like you're not even realizing how much mental energy is being like taken from you and siphoned from you because you're in your head about whatever conflict you've had going on with another person. Whatever you've been working on, I feel like you've actually invested quite a bit, because we have the Seven of Coins here. But I feel like your work is stagnant and like something that you're working on is stuck. It's because your energy is, this person or this situation is affecting your energy. And it's affecting your energy maybe because you don't trust people, or you're like pulling back from people, or like you feel like you don't want to share yourself. But remember that those influences come out in our work as well. And I've been there before. Like maybe you had great intentions with a person and then the connection just did not turn out how you thought it would be, friend, partner, whatever. And because of that, you just shut yourself off from everyone. But when you shut yourself off from everyone, you almost become like this island, and it seeps over into other areas of your life. So now in your work, instead of putting yourself out there, sharing what you have to share, now you're just this closed clam, like, I don't trust people, I don't want to, you know? So whatever conflict you've been dealing with, I feel like by the end of May, if you haven't realized that by the end of May you're watching this reading, if you're stuck in your work, it's because this situation is siphoning your energy. So cut the ties, cut the cords. And maybe you want to like do some kind of like spiritual bath or like cord cutting ritual with the, look, as I say cords, I'm drawn to the cords in the Eight of Swords here. But yeah, maybe you want to like just do some kind of cleanse, spiritual bath, like an energetic cleanse, a smoke cleanse, some kind of spiritual an auric cleanse. I think I have a video here on YouTube. I will link it in this video, so you can just reset your energy. I feel like your energy will be better spent elsewhere, and you're realizing that by the end of May, like something is blocking you from creating, and it may be blocking your work because you're so absorbed in whatever this situation was with a person. Clarify this ending card for this. Yeah, so we have the Page of Pentacles. You should be working, you should be learning more, you should be cultivating your craft, but instead it seems like you've been absorbed into something else, into this conflict, and I feel like it's time to get out of that energy in May. So let's get some advice for you guys, Virgos. If you are on social media, remember to follow me, guys. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter. It is at Tawana Antoinette everywhere. I post additional spiritual information in those other areas on social media when I'm not on YouTube. And on TikTok, I just really just show you guys like my personal life and different things that I like to do. In terms of like my daily habits and life as a spiritualist. So, also, my Calendly link down below has been opened. I've reopened personal bookings at a discounted rate for the month of May. So, I don't know how long I will have that open. If you have wanted to book a personal reading with me, it is now open and my prices are now discounted. So, take advantage of that while you can. Let's get some advice for Virgos. What's the advice for Virgos for the month of May, please? What is the advice for Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. All right. Poised. I feel like this is such a Virgo card. You guys are so poised. All right, let's read what this means. I feel like Virgo energy is just well put together, you know? All right, so being ready, bringing something to light, and being at your best in confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to do. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and they trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to read the relationship message here if you're dealing with a relationship. When you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and you can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So Virgos, the only thing that you need to do now is clear out the old stuff because it looks like some new stuff want to come in for you. So guys, I hope this reading helped you. It was my pleasure and I will see you next time. Bye Virgos.